Okay, thank you very much for that question. I like that question very, very well. What makes the product we have in Superlife unique as compared to what is readily available, from other companies? The reason is because what we have in Superlife is stem cell product. But before I go there, let me start this way. You see, in today's MLM, in the MLM industry, especially product-based MLM companies, what you find readily available are companies that are into the production of cosmetics. Okay, a lot of them are into the manufacture of cosmetics, and others that are not into cosmetics that are then into supplements. Okay, production of supplements. And I think I've already answered that in the first question, that supplements are not necessarily medicinal. Okay, now quite unlike that, what we have in Superlife are not supplements. And then even when it comes to companies, in the world of companies that have products, then of course what makes your product better than what is readily available is the kind of product that you have in your company. For us in Superlife, we have a product that I want to say is actually ahead of its time. Okay, we have products that are ahead of their time. Medicine, as we know, is undergoing evolution, and so is everything in this life. The only thing they say that is constant in this life is change. Okay, and even medicine as a science has been undergoing evolution, and the next phase of medicine right now is stem cell therapy. All right, and incidentally, that's the product we have in Superlife, stem cell therapy. So what we have in Superlife is actually product that is ahead of its time. It's like knowing where medicine is going to and then going to wait for it there. Okay, that's the reason Superlife is very, very unique. And just for the purpose of clearer understanding, so we understand how important these stem cells are, let me just define it a little and explain a little what stem cells are, so that we understand how big it is. Stem cells actually refer to undifferentiated biological cells that are found in multicellular organisms. Okay, and they actually have the capacity to do two things. One is that they have the capacity to cause the production of themselves. Okay, what I'm saying is that these cells can produce themselves, and stem cells are the only cells in our bodies that can actually do that. All right, then the second capacity they have is that they have the capacity to cause the production of every other cell in our bodies. So every cell in our bodies came about from the division of these stem cells. So you might want to call them mother cells. Okay, and then of course we know that everything in our body is composed of cells. Even the very strand of hair in our body, in our head, okay, is made up of cells. Okay, and we are saying that all these cells came about from the division of stem cells. So stem cells are mother cells that can give rise to each and every cell in our bodies. And then if it is true that everything in our body is composed of cells, just think about it. How about when somebody is sick? Maybe someone is having a form of an anomaly in one organ or the other. Then it actually boils down to the fact that some cells that made up that organ are the ones that actually have that illness. Okay, take for instance, somebody has disease of the heart. All right, then if you go down to the nitty-gritty, you actually discover that it is some cells that made up that heart that actually have that disease. So if you have something that can help you cause the production of new ones of these cells, okay, that you can now use to replace those old existing ones, those old diseased ones, then you can actually treat that heart condition completely. So you see how good and how beneficial and how innovative the product we have in Superlife is, okay, they are stem cells, and they cause the production of new cells, okay. And that is the reason why with the product we have in Superlife, a lot of illnesses are being taken care of. People that have different forms of illnesses are now finding relief, okay, by the use of the product we have in Superlife. All right, there's a whole lot more to be said, but because of our time, I'd like to stop there. Thank you very much.